York, big city of dreams.
I'm coming straight out.
New York, big city of dreams.
NYC.
What's going on? This is Jellis from Nick of Time Show, here giving you that Knicks talk just in the nick of time. And it's time to introduce a special guest for you today as we recap what happened in this week's Knicks news. All right. So first and foremost, you know who it is. Mr. Reliable here every week. It's the man, the myth, the legend, the guy with the stats and the facts.
Ryan G is in the building.
Damn right he's in the building, all right? And of course, if you don't know who this man is, just log off right now. Just log off. I shouldn't even have to introduce this kid over here, all right? My man on the West Coast, he was here. He was on our show live last year. We was in the attic, in the garage filming. All right, it's my guy CK2k here, big YouTube star over here. He's
what's up, man?
Coming chilling with us, regular folk. You know what I mean?
I'm excited. Yeah, we was in the garage. We was all together, nice and close. If we were doing that this year, we'd be in trouble. But
exactly. Yo, go back and find the episode. It's actually pretty funny.
Yeah, that was so.
Yeah, man, and the quality of the video wasn't that great. It was like a little handheld. You saw mad mics in our face.
Yeah.
Still a great episode.
No, it was dope, man.
Definitely, man. Had a lot of fun. All right. So let's get into it, guys. This week, I already preferenced. I already talked to Knicks fans, CK beforehand because I foresaw the trouble coming ahead, and I did not want the Knicks fans to completely lose his team because I'm like, listen, we're going on a road trip. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be a West Coast trip. Mm-hmm. Don't be surprised if we don't come out on top. I don't want I don't want no Fire Thibodeau chance. I don't want RJ's trash, Randle tree. I don't want any of that. All right. We're still developing. We're still on an upward trend, and that's where we are right now. We're a developing team who's trending upward, but we're in the right direction. And lo and behold, we're one win-win in this road trip. But I still feel all right about it. Okay. How about you guys?
I mean, hey, it could have been worse. Knicks could have been 0-4. So, they at least got one win, and that one win was against the Golden State Warriors, which was a pretty good win. So I'm fine with it. I mean, I would have hoped for 2-2, but yeah, at this moment, 1-3 with a developing team, I'm like, hey, it is what it is. I'm with it.
Yeah, I've said it all year. That if we do get these losses, as long as they're competitive losses, I will not cry about it. And as frustrating as they were in the moment, they were competitive losses. You know what I mean? So the team still went out there, competed, good games. Except that Kings one was just a weird game. But outside of that, Jazz and, frustrating. Yeah. We competed, and that's what you want to see, So, yeah, it is what it is. We took one against Golden State. I'll take that one. Exactly.
We've had career highs from Immanuel Quickley, who made us wonder if should he be starting or at least getting more minutes. We've had Alec Burks come back. Wait. Well, hold on, CK, because you got to do that again. You got to do that again because I have to go to the single screen so they can see this sign right here. Start Immanuel Quickley.
You can bring it closer. I can bring it closer. You see in my videos, this has been my sidekick of the last few videos. Yes, sir. It's time.
Start that, man.
It's time. Come on, Tibbs.
Nah, yo, I made a video in preseason that said, I've seen enough. Start this. 2 games in, I was like, oh, word? Oh, I'm overreacting. And I meant it too. I wasn't even overreacting for overreacting sake. I meant it. I was like, yeah, this is it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah. But you know what? With Quickley's 31-point game, with this recent Utah loss, there's been a lot of questions with Knicks fans about rotations and playing time and things of that nature. And for me, when it comes to Tibbs, I'll keep saying this. I like where he's going. I like where he's going with this team. He's developing in the right direction. But I still feel like there's certain things that he doesn't do right. And to me, the main thing he doesn't do right is he doesn't ride the wave of the hot man enough, or recognized he was hot and tried to keep him in the game. And I think that happened in this Utah game with Austin Rivers. Did you see that, guys, with the Utah game?
Yeah.
Yeah,
100% with that. Because Austin Rivers, he ended the first half 10 for 10, right? Or was it 9 for 9?
10 for 10.
Yes, and then 4 more shots the second half. He ended the game 10 for 14. That's crazy to me. I've never seen that before. Like, if anybody was allowed to let that thing fly, Austin Rivers was allowed to let that thing fly in the second half. And he only took 4 more shots, but at the same time, it took Tibbs a while to even get it back in the game. But that was just one night. We saw the same thing, in Portland with like Alec Burks, who was on, but took him out at a weird time. Same thing with RJ Barrett. There was, he was off the first half 1 for 1, but started hitting in the third quarter. Didn't see him again until like the end of the game in the fourth quarter. So yeah, there's been instances where we've seen Tibbs be a repeat offender in this front when it comes to not giving the ball to the hot hand or even putting the player out when they should, be getting the opportunities.
Let's pause for a second. This episode was brought to you by Manscaped. All right, fellas, Valentine's Day is on the way. You want to make sure down there is clean, fair, and square. Manscaped Trimmer 2.0. It does not nick your knickers. It doesn't grab your hairs. It has an LED light so you can see what's going on down there. It's waterproof and is guaranteed to make your lady happy. All right, so definitely pick up the Trimmer 2.0. And also my personal recommendation, and Ryan backs me up, the ball deodorant.
Exactly. I've been using the ball deodorant since even before this whole sponsorship. I've been using the ball deodorant. It works great. It works well. The ladies, if that moment comes, the ladies go down there and they're satisfied. It smells nice and good. So go get you some.
Go get you some. All right. Yeah. Man, go to manscaped.com and get 20% off and free shipping with the code KOT. All right. That is 20% off and free shipping with code KOT if you go to manscaped.com. And you know what? If you trim down there, send all before and after pictures to Ryan's Gmail account at Ryan. Okay,
no.
All right, never mind. KOT, that is the code. Now, Ryan?
No, I was just gonna add that at least with Austin Rivers, like I feel like he did wait too long to put Austin Rivers back into the game. But I think at the same time, though, Utah really did clamp him up, though. Because if you watch the way Utah defended him in that second half, it was way different from the first half. Like, they gave him no airspace whatsoever. So I feel like even though Austin Rivers was hot, the way Utah was defending him, it would have been hard for him to go off again. So I would put that more on Utah's defense as opposed to Tibbs, not putting him in earlier into the game. But at the same time, it's like when you have a guy that hot, it's like you should try to consider to bring him in earlier than, have him come like late in the third quarter and have exactly have him try to find that fire again.
Yeah, I would consider starting him in the third quarter, to be honest with you. At that point, I mean, he was stupid, fouled himself out. Got that third stupid foul in the second. But I might even consider starting him, and I'm not sure. Tibbs is so. This is the line for this segmented time that I'm not sure he's flexible enough to make these adjustments on a fly.
He's not.
Yeah, at all. And
I don't think so.
Yeah, another thing about Austin Rivers that I noticed too, and let me know from bugging. I love that he's like an X Factor spark off the bench, but I kind of feel like for him to get off, he has to disrupt the flow of the offense. You know what I mean? Like,
isn't that the case with a lot of our players, though? I feel like Alec Burks is very similar in the same sense. Like, he's not the one that off a screens and get, Alec Burks got to go get his buckets, and that's fine. But we got several dudes that do that. I think it's just weird for us because we've not had that in so long. We've had a guy that just goes out there and, it's disrupting the offense a little bit. But, I mean, if the result's there, we'll take it. But, the only problem I have with that is like Ryan's to his point just now, when he's getting locked up like the way he was getting locked up, like I said, only 4 more shots in the second half, then everyone else is not, there's no one else ready to go. Because we were already, you could tell even in the first half when he was on, the rest of the team was not really doing much. Like I mentioned with RJ Barrett, not really doing much in the first half, only 11 shots for the game and this, that, and the third, because the ball was working through Austin Rivers. The ball was then working through Alec Burks. So I think that's just the negative of, like you're saying, them messing up the flow of the offense. But at the same time, in a lot of games for a team that doesn't score, I think it's necessary sometimes.
Yo, even this Alec Burks starting thing, and somebody mentioned on the last show, is something to think about, because I've always wanted Alec Burks to start, because I always felt like
Day one, me too.
Yeah, Reggie Bullock, he's a 3-and-D guy who's not a 3-and-D guy for some reason. He's just a D, you know? The three's at home somewhere. I'm hoping he gets that back. I still want Detroit version of that man back on the Knicks, but he's lost somewhere. His jump shots in the Motor City. I don't know where it went. But
he's stumbling and fumbling.
Yeah. Man, and like, here's the thing, Alec Burks, he played 23 minutes in that Utah game. He took 14 shots. RJ played 40 minutes and only took 11 shots in that Utah game.
Crazy.
And he was one of the guys who had it going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to me, it's like, all right, at this point of time, is it time to get RJ more shots? Is it time to have the offense run more through him at this point? Because I know the coach has been doing it slowly. Like, I've seen instances of him, starting the third quarter with RJ, like just playmaking. I've seen his assist percentages have gone up. He's lobbing to Mitch. He's seen a lot in Utah game.
The only one doing it.
Yeah.
No one else throws it to Mitchell Robinson. I don't understand. That's another conversation.
Yeah, it's Lob City, man. Like, he's in the paint more often, 12.9 drives a game.
Yeah.
He's outscoring opponent. Like, when he's on the floor, he's helping the team. We outscore opponents more when he's on the game. So is it time to run the offense more through RJ at this point? Knowing that Elfrid Payton isn't really doing much, and, it seems like the coach isn't really keen on starting Immanuel Quickley at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's scared of his rookiness.
That's all it could be, right? Like, I don't know what else there is to that, but yeah, I think so. I mean, and the proof is in the pudding with RJ Barrett. Like, when the ball is run through him, we've had a lot of runs in this road trip alone. We've seen that, and with RJ Barrett, it's not like he's in there forcing the issue. Like, he's going to his spots and getting his shot where he can hit his shot, because he was trying to, extend and force threes and force long mid-range shots in the beginning of the season. That just wasn't his game. And now he's playing his game and he's working inside out, which is what works. And the thing is, and like you mentioned, RJ is just a born facilitator on top of his scoring ability. So when he's not in the right spot to get a shot, he's going to then get it to a guy like Julius Randle. Like, I feel like the two of them, and this is where I've taken my L for this season, because I've always thought that the two of them could not work because they were too similar. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought they were just too damn similar that just could not work. But prove me wrong this year, because the thing is, I feel I like the tandem that they have, at least so with Tom Thibodeau, and I feel like they bounce off of each other really well. When one is on for two possessions, then it goes back to Randle, and when it's in the flow of the offense, I love it. So I think it's time. I think we saw that. Was it which game was it? We saw it like right off the jump. It was RJ Barrett they kept giving it. Was it Utah? I know it wasn't the Blazers game, because that was a game that he only had 1 point in the entire first half.
Yeah. Was it the Golden State game?
Was it the Golden State game? There was I can't remember. I'm sure your comment section will remind me. But there was one game where it was literally the first 4 or 5 possessions. The ball was rebounded right to RJ Barrett, and there was some offense was made instantly, whether it was from a shot from him or he was facilitating with somebody else.
I feel like
Robinson.
It was the Golden State game.
I think it probably was. Yeah, because he was just on that game. Yeah, but and I just feel like we get a better result when we get RJ Barrett, the one running the team, because like I said, he's not just looking to score; he's a facilitator by trade as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just tired of Elfrid Payton. I'm just trying to get the ball out of his hands by any means necessary at some point. I'm just so tired of this guy, man. I don't know what to do with this man. I don't know. I'm sorry, Ryan. I'm sorry.
That's your guy, Ryan?
No, that's definitely not my guy. But I'll get to the whole Elfrid Payton, Immanuel Quickley thing later. But in regards to RJ and the offense running through him, I feel like that's part of RJ's development process, because RJ is that guy that, you know, at the moment, that's who the Knicks' future is dependent on. And if you want RJ to develop into a better player, you have to start putting him into situations where the offense is going to run through him, because more than likely in the future, the offense is going to be running through him solely. So I think that you do have to incorporate RJ into the offense more and have him run the offense and things of that nature. But at the same time, though, it's like also like what Julius Randle is doing as well. You know, with him, you know, creating shots for other teammates as well. So I think if there's a way that you could, at the moment, like if you can find a balance between both of them where, you know, you can have RJ, you can have the offense going through RJ at moments, and then you can have the offense run through Julius Randle at moment. I mean, you can have the offense run through Julius Randle at moments as well. I think that combination would be pretty good at the moment. But eventually, in the long run, it's like, yeah, they got to run through RJ.
And you know what it is too? In my mind, if you run the ball through RJ more, right, you can put Elfrid Payton on the bench, right, and then we can put Quickley next to RJ, right, and then IQ and then RJ, right, they can share the playmaking duties, right, and then we'll be all good. That's how it works in my head. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, but here's my beef with that though, because it's like,
I know you have beef with that.
I know what you're gonna say, and I think I'm gonna agree with them.
Because here's the thing though, it's like, okay, you have to be realistic about this. Is Thibs gonna bench Payton? Because it's like, look,
No, he's not.
if you're gonna move Payton to that second unit, I don't know if I like Payton with that second unit though. That's the thing.
Yes,
I don't like
right.
That's the
Payton
thing.
with any
Right,
unit. I
right.
don't like Payton with G unit. I don't know where I want this guy.
So yeah, that's my only legit beef. That's why I'm comfortable.
Man.
That's why I'm comfortable with IQ coming in with the second unit, because I'm like, okay, IQ works well with that second unit, and then like to close out games, you can have IQ in there. I'm like, I'm okay with that at the moment, just for the simple fact that no matter how much we want it to happen, Thibs is not going to bench Payton. It's not going to happen unless Payton is traded.
And that's my compromise. Your last point, that's my compromise. If you're not going to trade him, you're not going to bench him, then my compromise with you is at least let him be the guard with the most amount of minutes on the team. If he's coming off the bench, fine. But he shouldn't be the second player off the bench in the first quarter. Shouldn't be waiting until the 8-minute mark of the 3-minute mark in the third quarter or even the second quarter to put him in. I think if Quick's coming off the bench, he should be ending the game, and he should be playing anywhere around 25 to 30 minutes a game coming off the bench. I think that would be the best result. I mean, he's playing more minutes to Elfrid Payton as it is, but I think that I hate how long he takes to put him on the court, and that's the frustration I have with that. But I think that's a good compromise, because, like you said, I don't want Elfrid Payton with the second unit either. That's the last thing Obi needs. No, I don't want that. Yeah, right.
Yo, he's not doing. I was looking. Oh man. Shout out to Macri, because he be going into the deep stats with this stuff. When Randle plays without Elf, the Knicks has a 15.2 net rating. Scoring 114.3 points per 100 possessions.
Wow.
I mean,
the coaches see that too, right?
Payton gets to the rim. He's shooting under 50% on drives, which he ranks 36 out of 56 players, averaging at least 9 drives per game.
Yo, that's crazy. And for example, with the whole rotation thing, I think it was the Portland game, right, where he had Elfrid Payton play the whole first quarter.
Yes.
And it had Quickley coming out the second quarter. I was like, what are you doing? Like, why is Payton playing the whole their first quarter?
And wasn't doing a damn thing with his minutes at all.
Yeah. And he hardly passes anymore. We already talked about that, Ryan. Like his passing is dropped. Triple-double Payton is gone. He had 5 triple-doubles when he was with the Pelicans, and he came here, and I don't know, Tom Thibodeau told him to shoot more, and I think he took it to the extreme. That's my thing too. It's like, how do you mold this man Julius Randle, right, into an all-star contention? Man, vote for Julius Randle All-Star. The ballot is now open.
Right.
Early voting,
Joe
Biden style. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Early voting. All right, get that man in. All right.
Sir.
You see, how do you mold Julius Randle into being an unselfish defensive player, and don't do that for the point guard? I don't understand.
You see what it is? Thibs love a scoring point guard. That's why. If you look at Thibs teams throughout the years, he's always had that scoring point guard.
But even D Rose averaged 5 assists a game. Right?
This is why I know I'm kind of foreshadowing right now, but maybe the Knicks need to make a move where Payton goes the other way and you bring in somebody who can actually score the damn rock at point guard.
You know what? We here. We here. Unintentional transition that transitioned. Transitions better than our defense, that's for sure. All right, cool. So there have been rumors, right? There have been rumors by our guy Shams from The Athletic that the Knicks are indeed interested in Derrick Rose. Ryan, we talked about this in July, Ryan.
Yeah.
We did, and I joked about this. We both joked about this because Mark Berman, he recited this in July, and I was just saying, like, I can see this happening because if you look at Tips and his track record, everywhere he's been, he's brought a former Bull from the 90s with him. So it's like Taj has been with him through a few teams. He forced the team to trade Jimmy Butler to the Timberwolves. So I'm just like, man, if he comes to the Knicks, I know he's gonna petition. And here we are.
Yeah.
Here we are. I already know what you guys are gonna say, I think. But how do you guys feel about Derrick Rose coming to the Knicks?
I mean, well, I'm looking at his stats first and foremost. This year he is struggling because he's only averaging 14.8 points per game, which is down from 18.1 last season. He's shooting 43%, which is down from 49% last season. 33% from three. This is alarming. 45.8% in the 2-point range. So it's not the Derrick Rose again of last season. Last season, Derrick Rose was a bit more productive, on point. I'm not sure what's going on with him this season because I haven't seen any Detroit Pistons games, so it's hard for me to really evaluate like the way he's playing. But I don't know, because it's like if you bring in Derrick Rose, it's like, are you trying to win now or like where are the Knicks at the moment? Like, are the Knicks trying to develop or are you trying to win now? Because to me, trading for Derrick Rose is you're trying to win now, and it's like, do the Knicks have the team to win now?
No.
So exactly. So to me, it's like I don't really get the point in trading for Derrick Rose. Like the only thing that seems logical to me is just the fact that Dip just want his guy there, and that's the only reason why he would trade for D Rose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, CK, what do you have to say about that?
He killed it again. He took the words right out of my mouth. And my thing is, like, I don't even know if that's a win now move. That's barely even a playoffs now move. That's the problem I have with it. Like, and it's nothing. I love Derrick Rose. I enjoyed, even though it was a circus. I enjoyed his time with us. That was like the year where it felt like, okay, Derrick Rose is trying to make his comeback a little bit when he played with us. So it was great. It was a beautiful moment. Leave it as it was then. I just don't know the sense of that move, because then, especially if it's a move that brings in, like, you know, that is like a, you know, for a Frank Ntilikina or a draft pick or something like that, to bring in an older guard towards the end of his years that, you know, scoring now. I just don't understand the sense of it. I just don't understand it. That is a move that you make when you think that you have the chance to go out there and compete in the playoffs, or at least try and make the playoffs. But for us, it's like, for what? I don't like it necessarily. I'd be cool with it because, you know, he gives us some scoring, and cool, it'd be nice to see some winning, I guess. But thinking of the longevity of my New York Knicks, I don't get it. I don't understand it. That's not the point guard or the guard that I'm looking for in these trade rumors.
Yeah, like, he doesn't move the needle. Like, one, what are we getting up for him? Like, I'm not giving up anything for Derrick Rose. For what?
I don't. Yeah.
This doesn't make any
Junior.
sense.
Let that be their project, I guess.
Yeah. Two, he's not the same guy. He's injured a lot.
Yeah.
Read something that said, like, even his finishing rate, you know, he's supposed to be an elite finisher. That fell off the curve. He used to finish the 64% rate. Now that's dropped to 46%.
Yeah.
And Elfrid Payton actually finishes at a higher rate, which gives you some.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Ryan has been baffled.
He's like, has that helped you make your decision?
Yeah, that I think that pretty much supports the supports my answer to Derrick Rose. let's keep him in Detroit. Let's keep it.
I'm with you, man. I'm good. Look, there's a reason.
Or let the Clippers trade for him because I think the Clippers are the other team in the rumors. Yeah, let the Clippers trade for him.
Yes, but that makes more sense. Yeah, because they're in need. They're in competition for the championship. He feels the need that they have. Yeah, that is different. Yes. What does it help us besides the fact that, like Jellis said, the fact that our coach loves him so much?
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, what do we do with Peyton then? Like,
right?
Peyton ain't going to Detroit.
Right?
He's a no trade clause. He's gonna go to Detroit.
Yeah,
and waive his clause.
I mean, he ain't waiving his clause for Detroit. Right.
Hell no.
Nah.
Like, hey, go to the Clippers, maybe. I don't know, but why? Nah. But I mean, there's other point guards that have been rumored. Right, I mean, there's other point guards that's been floating around that some people here might be interested in. One person I know in particular. It's all because we know up there in Pelicanville, they're having a little trouble over there, and guys aren't performing like they used to. And the Knicks this summer, they had their eye on a certain brother, and Lonzo Ball might be available. And I know CK has strong opinions.
I sure do. I outside of the fact that I'm a fan of Lonzo Ball, like that aside, I just love his fit for the team. Like, I don't know, a little bit. No, but I think the fit is there for the team that we have, because then it makes more sense because he's 23 years old. So it's not like we're bringing in this veteran point guard that's coming in to hopefully be the guy that's going to, the messiah to help us for long. No, he's another younger guy that can grow up with these other guys that we have on the team. And he also fills a need that we never really address, and that is ball movement. What has been so successful for this team in the beginning part of this season was the fact that we moved the ball. And once that goes away, Elfrid Payton, we look like a chicken with his head cut off on the half-court offense. And that's the other thing, too, is this kid is all these Ball brothers, or him and his brother LaMelo, they're tailor-made for the transition game. Yeah. And one of the biggest parts of the transition game, or to get in a transition game, is defense. This team is a defensive team, and he only adds to that, which means we'll get more transition possessions, which means that RJ Barrett opens up to be the guy that we've seen him to be his entire career. Kevin Knox's, whoever it may be, Alec Burks, whoever you name it. I just feel like there's so many fits. His style fits what this team needs so well. And that's why I've been more excited about it now than I have been in the past, because now with a coach that is actually getting the defense out of us, to me, it's just a match that makes so much sense. And also, Mitchell Robinson is going to all of a sudden look like Tyson Chandler. That's all I'm going to say on that. He's going to look like Tyson Chandler with Chris Paul. I'm telling you, that's all I'm going to say with that. And Obi Toppin, don't get me started. I'm just saying, people get so excited because I understand he's not the score first Ja Morant, and that's what people want. People want the Knicks to get that point guard that's going to be 20-point night game. I understand that. And the first thing people talk about are the stats and the shooting and stuff like that. But they don't talk about
I was about to ask about the stats and the shooting.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But the other things that we need that can complement the other guys, like the RJ Barrett, that we want to have more shots. The Julius Randle, who has been doing well with more shots, and so on and so forth. Obi Toppin, stuff like that. Maybe we should look back and have that be our point guard and let the other guys do what they do, and just let Lonzo do what he does and facilitate. Don't worry about the shooting. The 3-point was up. I think last year is a better sign of what his shooting is than this year. Stan Van Gundy got him as this 3-and-D guy. That's not him. He's taking the ball out of his hands where they don't even play transition game anymore. I feel like last year was a better sample size of who Lonzo Ball truly is than this year with the shooting numbers. So I don't know. I just love the marriage. The marriage just makes a lot of sense. It's I'll be the one. Ordain me, and I'll be the one marrying Lonzo Ball and the New York Knicks. That's all I'm saying. I'm the captain of the Golden NY.
I do. All right. I got some follow-up questions. I know you want to go, Ryan. I gotta ask because he seems to really.
I'm ready.
He seems to really. He seems like he already knows why the numbers aren't the way they are last year. Because that's why I'm ready. I'm gonna say because you saw me on Twitter, CK. You saw me on Twitter, and I was considering Lonzo Ball in the beginning of the season before I
had you a little bit.
I didn't know what Immanuel Quickley was.
You was coming with me a little bit.
I was coming with you, and then season started. I saw what Quickley did, and then I see what Lonzo's doing, and I jumped off the shit.
This man took one of my damn life vests and bounced. Like I was like, yo,
Yeah, I
come
was
on,
like-
man. You either
I was
with
like,
us.
If it was the Titanic, I would have pushed the homegirl off the ship to save myself. So why do you feel like his 3-point shooting isn't up to par this year as it was last year?
Like I mentioned, I just feel like the new system with Van Gundy it's not making sense for how they're using him, Lonzo Ball. I feel like it was in a more fluid. How do I explain? Like the offense was more fluid with Alvin Gentry. I don't think he was the greatest of fits for that team, but I feel like he is a better fit for the team than what Stan Van Gundy is. I like Stan Van Gundy as a person and as a coach. I think he's still a good coach. I think he could coach in this league right now, but that team was not it. I said that from the jump. I don't understand it. I knew that, Brandon Ingram right now, he's having some good numbers, but at the same time, if you watch him play, he does not look like the Brandon Ingram that we were watching last year where that got him the contract. Zion Williamson, luckily, as of late, has been doing a lot more things, but even some other people were worried about Zion Williamson being a one-trick pony and this, that, and the third. And Lonzo Ball is damn near non-existent for the team. So that's why the thing is, I love it and I understand the skepticism. I'm not the kind of guy that's like, you're stupid for not agreeing with me. I get the skepticism because the numbers aren't. I'm not an idiot. Like I get that. But at the same time, I just feel like with the way that, I tell everybody that has like any kind of hatred, I just say, just watch a Pelicans game. Just watch one of them and let me know what you like. Just you'll see what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Okay. It's just not the same as it was.
It's just not the same. You just feel like the flow of the offense is kind of stagnant and it's affecting his 3-point shooting. Different. And if he comes to another team where the ball moves more fluently, the shot will go down, is what you're saying.
Completely.
I think that's what you're saying. All right. Okay. Yeah. Ryan, what do we have to say this ball situation?
I'm ready.
So I'm going to preface what I'm going to say by, just saying some stats right quick because his stats have fallen off this season. He is averaging a career high in points per game, 12 points per game, but his field goal percentage has dropped a little bit, 38.9% from 40% last season. From three, it dropped significantly, 37.5% to 29%. But from inside, like in the paint, he's definitely done better. He's improved his finishing.
Okay.
Because he's finishing at a 53.4% clip in the paint.
Okay.
Here's my thing with Lonzo Ball, though, because I agree with CK because I feel like the reduction in some of his stats is due to the change in system. I feel like Lonzo Ball strives in an environment where he pushes pace, because when he pushes pace, that allows him to use his court vision to find open guys and get them shots. When you put him in like a setting where they slow down the pace, a half court set, I don't feel like that's to Lonzo Ball's strengths. So I feel like that's why his stats have gone down this season. I feel like I agree with CK with bringing him to the Knicks because you have to look at the age. 23, he fits the mold of the team because the team's a young team. When he comes to the Knicks, like he will bring, I think, because right now the Knicks are like near dead last in pace. I feel like if you bring in Lonzo Ball with Dibs, who's a defensive coach, Lonzo actually plays defense, so he fits in that mold as well.
I was thinking defender, shoots threes.
Exactly. And I feel like with Lonzo on the team now you have a point guard that will actually push pace. We don't really have a point guard that pushes pace like that.
No,
I feel like he's going to open up the offense as well. And then, because right now the creating offense responsibilities are mainly on Julius Randle. He's like the main guy to create the offense. And I feel like by bringing in Lonzo now, the responsibility for Julius to actually, have the offense go through him, it will be less, and Lonzo can actually, get him shots in positions where he could score, and the same with RJ and things of that nature. So I feel like Lonzo would be the right move, especially if we could send Payton the other way. I would do that straight. I would do that straight swap. I would do a straight swap ASAP if that's the case.
Well, that's my concern too, because Pelicans have like 37 point guards there.
Yeah,
like they got Kara, they got Lonzo,
So
like. Because, that would be the move, right? Oh, send Payton right back to his home. Boom.
Exactly. But David Griffin is smart. He could probably flip Payton elsewhere for a pick or something. David Griffin is smart,
And that's what I'm saying. Like, and people, that's the other part too that comes because you gotta understand when you're aggressive about a player like this, that's more than just the basketball player. He also has a celebrity. So then people are hating on it just to hate on it. So they're just thinking like, I'm not giving up a first round pick for Lonzo Ball. I'm not saying
I'm not doing that either.
I'm not doing that either. I'm not saying that. Like, I trust this front office to, go out there and make a deal that would make sense. And if the Pelicans are trying to oversell Lonzo Ball, that I expect the Knicks to hang up the phone. I'll be upset about it, but I'll understand it because I love Lonzo Ball. I think he would fit the team, but I'm a Knicks fan first. Like, I think people miss that part. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was hoping that we would be able to fly under the radar, let things go as it would, and then the Knicks can make an offer in the offseason. But it's looking like with how the Pelicans are running right now, they really want to bump up Nikhil. They loved what they saw out of our boy Akira in the few games he played, that they'd rather go that route, get something for Lonzo Ball and move on. So I feel like he's probably
stole Kira from me, yo.
Stole him. We love you, Obi. Don't worry about it. We love you, Obi.
You do love you, Obi. We do. We love you. But still.
But yeah,
that's right. I like you. I love you too, Quickley. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Quickley got career high 31. Only
I have to do that. Sorry to change something, but I have to do that all the time. Like, I'm like, man, Tyrese Maxey. Oh man, but it's all good because we got Quickley in the front. So
exactly.
It's like,
I got it still good.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, I just. I think that's the catch-22 because like I want him now. I want to make that trade, but even in the other side of what Ryan just said, with David Griffin being a smart dude, David Griffin's also a smart dude.
Yeah, he's always kills people on trades, man.
Right, exactly. This man can fleece us. You know what I'm saying? So that's my worry. But I trust his front office that they hear something they don't like, they'll hang up the phone. So,
exactly. We got the Brock Aller over here.
Yeah.
He knows how to calculate and make the right moves, and he got probably a whole board of stuff and free agent players that we can pick and switch out. I already know. I know his mind's like a little computer
Strange.
out there.
You calling up Dr. Strange when you was doing the hands. You
he's like moving.
All the timelines ready
exactly.
to go.
It's like, like numbers is coming out with salary cap and cap holding bird rights. Yeah, all that.
They can't afford him, so we can get him in the offseason. So maybe we should let him go like
Exactly. And I know he's especially thinking that because these guys, like, you know what the crazy thing is? We still have 17 million in cap space that we have not used.
Yeah, just sitting, man.
Just sitting. So it makes me think this trade deadline, we have to make a move, right? I think we're gonna look for something.
Yeah, we're gonna absorb some contract.
So right.
Yeah.
Somebody.
Yeah, we're either gonna absorb a contract to get a pick, or I heard even somebody say like they think the best move for the Knicks might be to get a jump on a free agent. A guy who's going to be a free agent next year and bring him in this year to see if it's like a tryout. And I can see that, but then again, what's the cost?
Thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
That's going to be the question for everybody.
What's the cost?
Yeah.
What is the cost? Is like a few seconds? Cool. Right? Like I've seen Victor Oladipo's name come up.
Man.
In trade rumors. What do you think about Victor? That was Macri. That was actually Macri wrote the Victor Oladipo rumor.
So wait, Rockets are trying to flip him too?
They're saying Rockets are on his last spot.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
The Heat still might be in the running for him. They've been wanting them. They're saying Rockets might not be the last spot for him.
Exactly. So it's one of those things that if they feel like he's gonna dart, they might try to flip him because they don't want him to leave without any, assets. So it's like, who do you give up for him? I'm not giving up nobody in significance for somebody like that.
I don't know, man. I would love to have Victor on our team, but golly, I don't have an answer for that. What will we give up for Victor Oladipo? But that's a gamble still in my eyes, to be completely honest.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, all right, cool. Another 20 points per game score. I like it. Plays defense. Cool. Gets the foul out. Cool.
Yeah, because the 4 games with the Rockets so far he played, he's averaging 21.8 points per game.
3-point shots not there.
Yeah, he's not shooting good. He's not shooting well from the field, but he is averaging over 20 points a game. If you want to take a risk at Oladipo, I'm not giving up a whole lot for him,
Are you giving him like a Burks? Because we have a bunch of 1-year guys here who you figure we're trying to move at some point. I feel like that was the plan, right? Wasn't that the plan?
Yeah.
Depending on how we're winning, I don't know. I'm just keeping an eye on it. I'm keeping an eye on the Burks, the Noels, and 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 Austin Rivers, who turned into a pawn recently, but actually scored 25 points.
Yeah.
The last game. I'm keeping an eye on that. I don't want to move them per se, but not that right now. But I'm gonna keep an eye on that if they're trying to.
Yeah.
You know, Scott Perry wants Oladipo. He's been chasing him his whole life.
I mean, it's worth the risk. It's just a matter of what's the price? What the Knicks are gonna have to give up to get him here. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like. Here we go.
I was waiting for it.
I feel like Frank is gone, man. I feel like he's gone, though.
I think so, man.
I saw CK thinking, and I felt like he wanted to say it, but he didn't want to say it with his lips.
Look, man, I don't want to say. That's exactly what it is. I'm not saying it with my lips. It's one of those things where I've accepted already, but I'm not going to be the one to say it with any of these moves. With any move that happens, I'm not going to be. It's not coming out of my mouth that Frank is going to be traded for whoever it is. But I've already accepted it. I think that we've seen it. We've seen it. This is it. And to be completely honest, as a fan of the kid. At this point, I want it.
Going what's best for him.
Let him go. Like, go somewhere where maybe he will get an opportunity to play. Maybe some other team will give him the shot, and maybe that's what's best for him. So, it's like, you know what I mean? I would be sad, but maybe he'll go somewhere else and play. Shout out to Damian Dotson.
Yeah, free dot.
Free dot. Oh yeah, he definitely was freed,
man.
He definitely was freed.
He was free.
Yeah, man.
Yes,
I'm
was.
still mad that Damian Dotson outplayed Elfrid Payton as a point guard on the Cavs. Whose man's is that, man?
Oh, my God.
Damian Dotson
man.
is like willed his team to a win, had more assists than Payton.
Yep.
Yeah, it's wild. But here's my thing with Frank, though. It's like I've pretty much accepted it as well. Because Dib's comments recently about, at the moment he doesn't know what role Frank is going to play on the team. Number one, that's one of the glaring things right there. And then another thing is the fact that I feel like it's just the fact that Frank can't stay healthy because every time it seems like he's on a roll.
Yeah, it catches a stride.
Exactly. But every time he's on a roll and it seems like he's nailed the rotation. He's nailed the rotation position in the team. It's like he gets hurt. And then he's out for an extended period of time. Then when he comes back, there's people who already produced and took his space.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So now it's like now it's like the only way Frank is gonna get back into the game is if people get hurt. And I mean, that's the only thing. And I think at the moment it's like, look, if it ain't gonna work out, maybe it is best for him to go to another situation where he can thrive.
Yeah,
might be time. The
Every
unfortunate
time,
truth. But it's gotta be time. It's probably time, man. We gotta accept it, man.
He shot 56% from three so far. He won't see the court again.
Yeah, man. That was a hell of a knee sprain. Like, my goodness, man.
And then the thing that kind of pissed me off too is like against the Jazz, like, okay, that game was out of hand. He could have threw in like some players that who normally don't get playing time into the game, to get get a little burn or whatnot. And my man threw Theo Pinson over Frank, and I'm like, really?
The dance instructor gets in before.
Sure did. I was saying it for Portland because like he said it pre-game. He said that he'll use Frank Ntilikina in situational minutes. Those were his words. Situational minutes.
That's exactly.
Like I tweeted. There was no better situation than in that game where our defense was atrocious. We were getting beat. Let the defensive kid go out there and play the situation.
That's what I was thinking.
And they didn't do that. So it's just like this. I've accepted it. Like I'm not going to let myself be hurt anymore.
If that's not the situation, then what's the situation? What's the situation? I don't know what the situation is.
I know what it is. It is what it is now.
Yeah, I don't know. Like Austin Rivers, we know Austin Rivers gets injured a lot.
Yep.
I don't know, but it has to be that because even right now, because I've always said it's going to depend on injury or Knox too, because Knox has been fluttering.
Yeah.
I think we jinxed it.
Oh my God,
we jinxed it. We jinxed it. We spoke out loud. Knox is the #1 corner 3 shooter in the NBA. Corner. Did you name him Corner Cav? I think that was you, CK, right?
Corner pocket Kev.
Corner pocket Kev. Yeah. Ian Begley had you in a little video with your little icon with the beard.
I made it. Yeah. And then
he was like, "Oh, CK made it."
He has not.
You see, here's my thing because at the beginning of the season, I was like, Knox, one more season and that's it. And I called him part of the trash that was on the Knicks from Kentucky.
Oh my god!
And then
wait, I heard the gunshots. I'm sorry.
Oh man.
And then he had the hot preseason.
He did.
Then the hot start to the season. I was like, oh yes, okay, Kevin Knox. Okay, you proved me wrong. You get that one more season. You deserve that one more season. And then all of a sudden, my guy just fell off the map again. I'm like, oh man, the only guy in the Knicks that actually can play, who's from Kentucky, is Immanuel Quickley. Ain't nobody else from Kentucky on the Knicks that can play. Okay, Nellis well too on defense, but that's about it.
Hey! You missing somebody big, dog. Missing somebody big.
Oh, you talk. Yeah,
All-star.
Yeah,
All-star.
Oh yeah. My fault. Julius Randle. My fault. Wait. Handle Randle. My fault. Handle Randle.
Randle.
Yeah, my fault. Handle Randle. Yeah.
Handle
Yeah.
Randle.
So besides Handle Randle and Immanuel Quickley, like yo, those are the only two guys from Kentucky who could play on the Knicks. Everybody else is like, whose man's is this? Like, why we have them here?
Yeah,
that's right. You just named three Kentucky players, just letting you know.
I can't blame them. We're talking about the New York Knicks. It ain't hard to name a bunch of Kentucky players on the Knicks. Okay. Yeah.
I'll just say this: shooters get into slumps and they get back on the roll. So he can get back on the roll.
I hope so. Please.
I think so.
The problem with Knox is like the defense has been better overall, but it's not that good to supplement the non-shooting.
So what you trying to say? You're trying to say Knox should be on the bench and his minutes should be replaced by somebody else?
Tread lightly. Please.
I'm just saying. I'm CK.
This is conflict of interest for me right here. Man.
I'm just CK. I'm just saying. I'm not saying permanently. I'm just saying. Give my man 2 minutes. If he's not gonna hit the shots, give him some 2 minutes to see what happens. I'm just saying.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm there yet.
Look, I want CK is in Knox Hive. Is Knox Hive them is hiding his Frank hide them, right?
A little bit, man. Look, I feel like we can get more of what we saw beginning of the season. Knox, I think that could come back because we see shooters they go in slumps. It happens.
They do.
You know what I'm saying? Especially with a guy like Kev, who is only getting one shot in the Jazz game, 3 shots in the Portland Trailblazers game. He's not getting the ball, the touches. Knox is a guy that needs the touches, which is Lonzo Ball, another pro for Lonzo Ball. But he needs a guy that needs the touches with the ball.
Who was that?
Did I say that? My fault. No, that's the biggest thing because like the games where he had the 13 points, the 19 points, the 20 points, like those kind of games, he's taking about 12, 9, 11, like taking that many shots. But if you're only taking 1 shot, 3 shots, and it's not going,
you have the chance to get cooking.
Right. He needs to see the ball going one time, and then it's like everything else that happened, he completely forgets. And I respect that. You know, that's shooters. The phrase is shooters shoot, and he's that kind of guy. So. I don't know. I'm not really entirely worried yet, but yeah, I am as a fan. I'm completely with Ryan. This was the year for me too. Like I'll still root for him and hope for him, but I ain't gonna ride for him like that. Where it's like, yeah, it's coming. One more year, Kevin. I'm gonna retire that if he has another season where, especially, dropping down to what 6 points. Is he even at 7 points per game this year? Like it's just hard to watch. It's just hard to watch because I really expect him to at least be a 10-point game, 10-point per game shooter off the bench, and even that I feel like is embarrassing to watch for Kevin Knox. But yeah, it's been a rough.
Yeah, you know what else too? Immanuel Quickley, they've been encouraging him to shoot it a lot more. Yeah. So I do kind of feel like he hasn't been swinging it as much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I feel like that might have a little bit to do with it, at least on his road trip anyway.
Yeah, and at the moment, Kevin Knox is averaging 6.4 points per game.
Even make 7.
6.4 points.
Yeah.
2 per.
Oh yeah, I see his stats now. Yeah. See, oh no, man.
Yeah. See, but it's inefficient. Well,
Yeah, not really efficient.
Okay, well. No, well, yeah.
Well,
more efficient than last time.
Well, for 3-point range, he's still decent. He's 39%. I mean, that's still good.
Well, 39% is elite.
Yeah.
That's fact.
39% is 39, 40%. He was at 40. He was at 40% last week.
Yeah.
So
It was.
yeah, he was at. Sorry, CK is crying.
Oh, man, he really was, man.
He was at 40%. Last week he was elite.
Yeah.
This week he's a little less elite, but he's still on the
he's
cusp.
above average.
Yeah, he's still kind of elite. He's still kind of elite. 39% is still really good from three.
Yeah.
It's still really good.
Facts.
Yes,
Like,
that's
really
good.
But then when you see that he only 3 points and 2 points are coming from it, then that's nice
Yeah.
to hear and see, but they don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the last couple of games, he only scored like 2 points and then no points like the last game. Like, yeah, that's
the
not
Jazz
good.
game,
Yeah.
8 missed, 0 points.
Yeah, well, Alfred Payton. Well, never mind. And then, yeah. Well,
I mean, at the moment, damn, Alfred Payton is more viable on the court than Kevin Knox is at the moment.
okay.
At the
I
moment.
didn't come here for
Okay.
I didn't come here for all this, man.
All right. Too far. All right.
I didn't come here for all this, man.
Too far. Too far.
Oh, man.
Oh my God. Oh man. You know, I'm sorry, CK. I'm sorry, CK. This is a rough 10 minutes conversation.
Nah, it's all right. There's been no lies told. I just gotta take these. Like I said at the beginning of the show, I gotta take the L's. And I believe in Kevin Knox, but man, it's been a rough stretch.
Yeah, it's been a rough stretch.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hopefully he'll find a stroke again at home and on Friday against the Cavs. Hopefully.
exactly. Exactly.
What about
Knicks
the
will
Cavs?
have some home cooking soon against the Cavs, and maybe it'll be a lot better. All right. Oh man, you know what? Okay, so I want to talk about something that's a little bit touchy, you know, because since we've been in a touchy subject type of mood, let's go into another touchy subject, which is Obi Toppin. Okay, I have not given up on the kid at all, right? But I do feel like there were certain things I thought were a little bit ahead of what they were going to be. Now, here's the thing. He's only been back for like 5 or 6 games, so it's still kind of unfair to be like, you know what, this is it. Like, this is what we have, and that's it.
It's almost 10 games he's been back, actually.
It's almost 10 games?
I'm not trying to hurt his case, but yeah, it's like eight or 7 games.
8 or 7 games? Oh, shoot.
Oh man.
Okay, well. All right. Well, okay. It's been 8 or 7 games, give or take.
Yeah, to be specific, 8.
Be specific, 8. Oh,
Yeah.
two less than 10. All right. And Obi Toppin, you know, what career high has been 12 points so far, right? I think it's 12 points so
Yeah,
far.
12, yeah.
Okay, so what have you seen from Obi Toppin? Do you have any concerns, or you guys feel okay about where he's at right now?
I mean, I'm not gonna be too rough on him. It's a rookie. You know, some guys it takes longer than others to, you know, get adjusted to the NBA. You know, clearly he still has, you know, some things he has to work on. You know, defense is clearly one of them, and I think on offense, I don't really know, to be honest about it. Like, he just hasn't been involved with the flow of the offense. It's like he's just what's the term I'm looking for? He's just like a stationary figure, you know what I mean? Like, he's not getting involved in the offense. He's not moving off the ball as often as he was early in the season and things of that nature. So I'm not gonna get into the kid because, like I said, he's a rookie. Some guys take a bit longer than others to assimilate into the NBA and things like that. But I'm not too worried. I mean, look. He'll come around. I think he'll come around.
Yeah. I think most people were like, all right, 8th pick of the draft. The hype was he would be offensively ready.
Yep.
And as of today, I haven't really seen him be able to create his own shot. I think that was the one thing I thought he was going to be able to do at this level. He's like, all right, he'll be able to come in and create his own shot. And maybe he'll have to work on his defense a little bit.
That's not really him.
Yeah.
He doesn't create his own shot. He's a guy. He's benefits really well off of point guard play, and I feel like that, and that's why it's hard for me to really go in on him yet as well, because he's just another player that suffers from the same problem. He thrives off of point guard play, thrives off of being set up. That's why in that 12-point game, a lot of those were coming from the drive, the cut, the pick and rolls, and Immanuel Quickley was hitting him in the spot, and he's one of the only players that were able to do that. Outside of that, we're seeing him trying to post up players, and that's not really his game, especially when he's not really got that. You know, he's in shape, but he doesn't really have an NBA body. Like, it's crazy because Obi Toppin looked like a man amongst boys in college.
Yeah.
When you see him in the NBA, this dude looks like a twig.
I'm skipping leg day. I keep
I'm like, whoa, Obi used to look like a Sasquatch out there. This dude looking like I get it now. He looked like he could play the three. Like, he looks like a small forward in some situations. So I just feel like it's more. I don't think he's found his thing yet. He hasn't been able to play his game in the league yet. And I'm for right now, I'm gonna put that a little bit more on just, the point guard play, because he's a guy that plays within the system rather than going out and creating the shots. I never really saw Obi Toppin being that guy that just goes out there and be like, all right, I got it. Let me get you guys a bucket. I never really saw him as that guy.
You know what? I saw that he's able to post a little bit more in college, and it seems like he's having problems posting even guards.
Strong enough.
Yeah.
That's true too.
It's just like, too. And here's the part I was scared to say out loud. The scared of posting guards parts reminds me of somebody that used to be here.
Oh man.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Ah, damn.
Yeah. Somebody else was here who couldn't post guards.
Say his name.
I don't want to say it.
Say his name.
Is it that player who currently plays from Dallas?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Say his name.
I don't want to.
This man is commanding us a top pick in the draft. You say his name.
Chris Porzingis, all right? My man could not post Marcus Smart, okay? He couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. And I'm watching Obi try to post in this Golden State game. And I'm like, yeah, Obi, go to work, cook. And he's backing down, and I'm looking at the guard, and the guard is just chilling.
Yeah.
Just there, right. They're oh yeah, it was pretty rough.
And I was like, okay. So this post-game thing, that's not gonna work here, huh? Cool. But I was happy when it worked out in the Utah game. Like, he did a little post, he went left, came right, away from the double team. I was like, oh, nigga. I was like, but so here's my thing with Obi. People are mad at Obi for shooting a lot of jump shots. And he's like, why is he shooting so much? Why is he shooting so much? And I'm just like, he has to.
Right.
If he can't post as a big man, you get that face up right, kid.
Yep.
So I
really don't know what to add to that, because that's the truth. Like, he's just, and I don't think, but that's the thing, and it's unfortunate because as Knicks fans, it's like now or never with anybody. We were just having a bunch of people talking about G League RJ Barret. If it ain't now, then he is a bust. So the problem is with poor Obi, it's like, for all we know, all it takes is for Obi to have a Kevin Knox summer and come back ripped next year. And for all he got a post game and
all legs every day.
Yeah, right. Out the window. You don't know. So it's hard for me. Like, it's his rookie year. It's unfortunate that he's not having the jump that people were expecting. I mean, all the talks about him being rookie of the year and this, that, and the third, and now our late first round pick has a better chance than he does. But that's okay. Like, everybody grows at a different pace. But unfortunately, in the Knicks fandom wire, like, it's if it ain't now, we're gonna kill you until you finally become better.
Yeah.
Ask our boy Frank Ntilikina, ask Kevin Knox. That's just how it goes. You know what I mean?
How it goes.
So I'm not worried about it. And like you said, there's not much else that he really can do. So shoot the damn shot. He has a jumper. You're open. Shoot the shot. We'll get to the rest of your game as your career goes on. Like, put on strength in the off season. Like, it'll come.
Yeah, no, and like just add like something small to that. Like, that's why I feel like he should try to incorporate more back cuts and things like that to his game, like more movement off ball, because it's like he has the athleticism. Like you're a high riser, so why not do some back cuts and things of that nature so people can find you. You can just rise up in there and get easy dunks.
But like I mentioned, though, but the players the points have to see him.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
he's the only one that sees them in those. And that's why he had those games that he had where you're seeing the highlight dunks and stuff. It's because it's coming off of a quick finding them on a cut and stuff. But there's so many times, and Kevin Knox is somebody that could talk about this too, that you'll see them cut and they just go right through the lane and back out to the corner. Cut, nobody sees them right back out to the lane, goes to the corner.
And that's why you want Lonzo Ball.
You said it. I didn't say it. You said it.
I saw where you was going. I saw where you was going.
I was talking about Quickley, but yeah, you know, you find him too. Yeah.
I'm just okay. All right. Yeah.
But no, I completely agree.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm not worried. I'm not worried about Obi, but and this leads to another conversation. The Julius Randle conversation. People are, they're trying to move Julius because, he's a 26-year-old guy and he might cost money. But I'm just like, we're severely underpaying him at this point, right? 18 mil, even though he's not like your premier number one scoring option, like the numbers he's still putting up is pretty elite. I have a hard time paying max money to people who don't command double teams.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
No argument with that.
Which is why even when we look at the Kristaps Porzingis thing, and they, Dallas had to max him. Like, even when we was thinking about it here, like, that's a real concern. It's like, we're gonna max a guy who can't create his own shot and can't create a double team and an offensive advantage for us. I'm not sure if that's the move. And people are saying trade Randle for Obi Toppin, but in the long run, can Obi Toppin be a guy who can create consistent double teams? And
that's yet to be
that's yet to be determined. Which is why I say extend Randle. And I'm not saying even trade him. I'm saying you could possibly trade him, but I'm not even saying that's a whole,
Not right now.
Do we extend him though? You really want to go that route? I mean, he has one more year. Run the last year.
I don't know. I know. I mean, pick up his option. I mean, I want to pick up his option.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a no-brainer. Pick up his option this year. No-brainer. Extend him next year. I have to think. That's a.
Yeah, I'm not ready for that conversation yet.
Yeah.
Because there's so many factors. It's like, where's Obi Toppin going to be in his development and things of that nature? You have to wait for too. So
right.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I guess what I'm saying is, some Knicks fans are saying, pick up his option and then trade him. I'm saying pick up his option and still see what's happening. I don't think even trade him is the absolute yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can admit that I was one of those people.
Me too.
The beginning of the season. The beginning of the season,
ago.
I was that guy. Yeah,
2 months ago.
100%. I was like, I get he's playing well, but this can benefit us. Like, we can get something out of this. Like, what you mean? Like, flip this, because are we really going to go long term with them? But then at the same time, then I start asking myself, is it the Tom Thibodeau effect? Like, maybe this is who we're going to see Julius Randle to be for long term. The least we can do, pick up this next year, and then we can have this actual conversation again next year. Like, we don't have to worry about that right now. He proved what he needed to prove. He should be here next year. That's as far as I'm going to have that conversation. Like,
exactly.
I apologize, Julius, if you heard me talk about trade.
I'm sorry, Juju.
My bad. All right.
I was joking. I was just joking.
You see, this is why I eloquently called him Handle Randle earlier, because I was like, you know what? I'm dropping the no. Exactly. I'm dropping the no. It's Handle Randle now. Handle Randle.
Yeah, butter him up right now.
Word.
He damn sure blocked everybody on Twitter and Instagram.
Word.
Who was a Knicks fan. Except me.
I'm still safe. He has not blocked
me
me
neither. Got blocked
safe.
by Joe Budden though, but Randall still got me. Yo, CP the artist, I heard you did some graphics for him. Yo, hook a brother up.
Hook it up. Nah.
Tell Joe I'm cool with him.
Yeah.
I like Rory. All right, now it's time for the favorite part of the show. The Ooh Picks. The Ooh Picks are best plays of the week, and it has to be Knicks basketball only. Knicks basketball, all right? Unless it's just something funny that happened. You can include that too. But Knicks basketball, okay? All right. Who wants to go first? Anybody want to go first? Oh, no, Ryan's going to go first.
Yeah, you said I had to go last. You said I got to go last.
All
right, so my first ooh pick it's a team ooh pick, actually.
Okay.
Matter of fact. Team defense, it was against the Golden State Warriors. Elf was locking Curry, full court.
Okay.
He forced Curry to lose his dribble. Curry recovered his dribble, tried to pass the ball to Draymond Green. That's where Julius Randle picked him off. And then Elfrid Payton picked up the ball, passed it to a streaking RJ down the lane. RJ rose up, one hand, bang.
I like that.
Oh,
I like the cookies
Yes.
into the bang. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
And then my second ooh pick just goes to Austin Rivers for the first half explosion against the Jazz.
Yeah.
25 points, 10 of 10 shooting, but unfortunately he ain't scored nothing in the second half. But still, that first half performance was spectacular. So I'll give him an ooh for that.
Okay. Give that solid ooh for Austin Rivers. Came back from the dead after, not playing well for a few weeks. All right.
Word.
My ooh pick goes to the future starting point guard of the New York Knicks, unless we get Cade. Immanuel Quickley, who had a career high this week, 31 points. But this is not even this is not a scoring ooh. This is a passing ooh. All right. Had a pick set in the second quarter of the Portland game. He starts off the right side of the court, goes left, sees Noel, passes the ball up in the air. Noel catches it and then dunks it in one weird left to right motion for the slam.
Boom shakalaka!
And you have to give that an extra ooh because Noel be Mr. Butterfingers. He don't like to catch a lot of stuff. And I guess the Chris Cole dried up because he caught that and dunked that real easily. So yeah, shout out to Nerds Noel for actually catching the ball. Keep it up.
Yes, sir. Keep that going.
All right.
And then my ooh pick, mine goes to my favorite Knick outside of you, Kevin Knox. I see, but that goes to Mr. R.J. Barret, who has been getting a lot of ridicule this season, but in our last game, went 3 for 3 from the three-point line. He did great statistically on a lot of other nights. He's been having a great stretch of games, but I have to give him his props for going 100% in that game against Utah, where we should have, probably took the win, but we didn't. And the thing is, it's not even just him hitting threes. Those threes were in stride, and they look like he shoots them regularly. So I have to give him props for that one, for sure.
48% from three over the last 8 games.
8 games. Yep. Talk to him, RJ.
This is your king right now. Y'all said he was going to shoot. He heard you.
Yes, sir.
Went 0 for 22 or something crazy like that. And came back at
sir.
48% for 8 games. That's what's up, RJ. All right. Cool. Oh, is that a bruh? Is there a brother?
Well, no. So my Ubra was gonna be Austin Rivers, but I adapted to the situation because my Ubra was gonna be congratulations for your first half, and the bruh moment was gonna be that second half where he only put up 4 more shots. But it's okay. I got a new bruh. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I'm ready to go. I'm adjusting.
I was waiting. I was like, this sounds pretty nice for the Ubra. All right, cool. If you don't know, that's the Ubra. When there's an ooh pick and a bruh pick on this show, we call it Ubra. It almost sounds like a Loch Ness monster type of thing.
Yeah.
Or like a small forward for the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, Ubra.
You only see him in the shadows, but yeah, it's a thing on our show. All right.
Kelly Ubra.
The Ubra. So our next favorite part of the show is the bruh picks. The bruh picks are just dumb things that happen. It could be the worst basketball plays of the week. It could be dumb political things. It could be dumb calls. It could be anything you want, man. Anything you want. CK, you want to go?
Does it have to be Knicks? Because I have one for both.
Oh, it does not have to be Knicks.
Okay, because all right. I mean, it's Knicks adjacent. It's not us necessarily, but I just thought it was funny because it happened against us, and then some casuals really believe that this is the reason why we won the game. But I gotta give a bro moment to the referee that gave Draymond Green that technical foul. This man, and it was so clear that he was talking to James Wiseman. Like, I don't understand. Like, I the only thing that I didn't have that the refs had was hearing what he said, but from every angle, he was looking right at James Wiseman, saying whatever he said. And this man got kicked out of it. And look, I understand we won the game, but I know it wasn't because he was just gone. We were already doing pretty solid with him on the court. So I don't know. I got to give my bro moment to to that referee
Yeah, bro,
for
for the
kicking
ref.
him out for not doing a damn thing. Yeah, sorry, Draymond.
Yeah.
Appreciate the win, though. my
Low
guy.
key, ooh.
There you go. I give a Uber regardless.
You got the
There you
Uber
go.
anyway.
All right. Let's go. I got it anyway.
It helped us, so you know.
Facts.
Tough niggas. But I don't know. I
Word.
kind of feel like it was karma at the end, though. But maybe Ryan might be touched on this. Well, but you know what? I have a bro. I have two bros actually. I might take Ryan's bro.
All right.
I'm gonna piggyback off of what you said. My bro pick goes to the ref in the Portland game, who ejected Julius Randle in the fourth quarter at the end of the game.
Oh, whack.
Yeah.
Now, Julius Randle was jockeying for position at the foul line, and I'm not sure. I think Enes Kanter, right? Was it Enes Kanter?
Mm-hmm.
Enes Kanter
Enes
like
Kanter,
moved
yeah.
his shoulder, and Julius Randle ended up hitting Covington in the face. And the ref wanted to call out a flagrant foul, first of all. That's the first, bro. They wanted to call it a flagrant foul.
Bruh.
Yeah.
But then they decided to downgrade it to a regular foul. Well, I guess they didn't care. They just wanted to get him out of there. And then, of course, they apologized that same night. Oh, my bad, dog. You know, I saw it and it was a mistake. That should have been a personal foul on Kanter, and I should have got the ball back.
Bruh.
Yeah. Could have
That
been
was so whack.
Yeah. Could have cost us
So
this game.
whack. Yeah.
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 I kind of want to give a broad to Tom Thibodeau too. I'm sorry.
Oh, damn.
Kind of do. For taking out Alec Burks when he was on a scoring spree in the first half.
Huge, bro.
My man was having
huge, bro.
a grand old time. I joked about this with Ryan. The only thing that stopped Alec Burks in that first half was Tom Thibodeau and Elfrid Payton.
Bruh.
My man scored 3 in a row. Elfrid Payton didn't pass him the ball. He shot a brick. And then right after that, Tom Thibodeau took him out the game.
Bruh.
Nah, man.
Yeah, that's my bro. Ryan, I know you got 40 in the clip.
Yes, I have about 4 broad picks. Well, it could be
All
5.
right, grab your beers.
Today.
Yeah. So
You're 5, Lord.
this shows me that I have a keen eye because tonight on Stephen A's "Oh No You Didn't," he featured 2 of my bros on there.
Oh,
So
copying you.
this lets me know that I have a keen eye for this stuff.
Okay.
So
Get him a show.
my first bro pick goes to Nickeil Alexander on the Pelicans, one of the guys that's driving Lonzo Ball out of town in New Orleans.
Ballin'.
So the Pelicans versus the Jazz. He was trying to guard Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell drove hard to the basket, snatch. My man did the stanky leg, and then Donovan Mitchell crossed him again and finished at the rim.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
Second, bruh, goes to Joel Embiid and Daniel Theis, Sixers and the Celtics, because there was one play where I think Theis was guarding Embiid under the basket. And as they were both fighting for position, they both flopped at the same time to the ground.
Oh, yeah.
Bruh.
The double flop is hilarious. It was
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the Spider-Man meme. You flopping and
Yeah.
I'm flopping.
Yep.
It's like when Chris Paul
Yeah.
meets like Danilo Gallinari or something. It's like crazy.
Word. My next bro pick goes to Giles on the Portland Trailblazers against the Knicks. There was a play against the Knicks where it was like he missed like 3 close shots, like close to each other. Like there was a missed alley-oop number 1, and then later in the game, he missed 2 shots from close range. My man looked like he lost his powers like in Space Jam. Like he lost his powers and he couldn't buy a basket on the back. He couldn't buy
Took
a
his
basket
special
even
stuff?
from close
Oh,
range.
man.
Word.
Oh man,
Yes.
that's a bro. All right.
Bruh.
Yes. And now this is my last bro pick. This is like a double bro pick because my man JaVale McGee is back.
Oh, no.
JaVale McGee
Yeah.
is back. This is in one game
Yep.
against the Lakers. He was facing up against Montrezl Harrell, right? My man went between the legs. He bobbled it. And then Harrell tried to steal the ball. My man went behind the back. Pass Harrell. Drive to the basket. Fumbled the ball out of bounds as he was going up for the layup.
Old form McGee. Welcome back.
Yes. Welcome back.
Championships don't stop nothing, man.
Yeah,
He's still himself.
exactly.
That's right. He's still being
Yeah.
himself. Championships or whatever.
Yes, and then later in the game, shot clock running out. My man pulled up from 3, from like 10 feet behind the line. Threw it up. Nothing but side backboard.
Bruh.
Nothing but side.
I mean, I wish Mitch would take a 3.
He does too, it sounds like.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of Mitch taking 3, I'm sorry, Mitch. I'm sorry. You have to get a bruh. You got to. Mitch, man. Get off social media, dog. Keep that stuff in the house. I don't know what's going over there, but the subtweet stuff, I had to go, dog. Like, that little tweet where he's like, I want to play. What did he say? What was the tweet exactly?
I wish they would just let me. What was it? Oh shoot, something. Oh man, it's on my thumbnail. Give me a second.
I wish they would just let me play 100.
That's what it was. That's what it was. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Take your phone away. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. He was so excited the Sham God mentioned. They just won't let him do it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess not. But I mean, hey, if they allow JaVale McGee to do whatever he want in Cleveland, I mean, hell, we ain't got nothing to lose. Why not?
Yeah, exactly. Why not?
Yeah, let's. I would love to see Tibbs let that fly.
Fact.
I would love to see Tibbs
Oh
let
wait,
that fly.
I forgot the last bruh. Bruh pick goes to people who said that the Knicks lost the KP trade when it happened.
Oh yeah.
Bruh.
Because the Dallas fans are feeling it right now. Welcome to our world, Dallas. Watching a man who can't post point guards, who's injured and always comes back shooting 30%, 40% from the field off of injury for the first few months, starts to get back into the flow of things and then gets injured again.
Yep.
Yep.
And you maxed him.
Bruh.
You're stuck with them.
You're stuck with him.
Enjoy those next 4 years.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? And for all intents and purposes, hey, it might work out for you guys. It might. It just
That's
might.
nice. That's so nice of you, man.
Yeah, it just might. Just don't work out this season. That's all.
Right. Yeah, right. We only care about
Just
this
get us
shit, bro.
Cade. Just get us Cade, and then
Yeah.
Word.
Right.
That'd be fine.
Right.
Man. Fade for Cade.
Right.
Not the Knicks. Dallas fade, Knicks for Cade. Yes. What's the hashtag? I don't know. Well, we put it up on the thing right now.
Yeah. Faith for Cade.
Fade for Cade. All right, great show, guys. That was our show. Well, thanks for rocking with us, CK. It's kind of been a long show, and it was a long setup because of all the technical difficulties background. But thanks for rocking with us, man.
Oh, good, man. Anytime, man. This is dope. It's so much fun.
Hell yeah, so super duper fun. All right, all
Yeah.
right, yo. Where can they find you, CK? As they don't even know where to find you. Where can they find you,
man.
CK?
just anywhere CK2k. You can find me. Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. That's where I'm at the most. Yeah. Nah, I ain't going for Jack on them. But yeah, CK2k, wherever you're looking for me, I'm right there, man.
All right, man. Cool. Yeah, you know where to find me. If you want to follow me on Instagram, which is, I don't know, I hardly post, but then I post something for like a day or two, then I post for like another 3 weeks.
That's me too.
Yeah. If you want to follow me on Instagram, you can follow me on Jellis Draws Things because I draw things. That's what I do. All right.
Oh.
He's like, that's what your name is.
I'm playing. I'm playing.
He's like, I got it. You can also follow us on Twitter at the KFT Show, the Nick and Time Show on Instagram. I was trying to get, forget another story. The Nick and Time Show on Facebook, and you can also find a blog too on nicktimeshow.com. Shout out to the writers, Rob, Ken. Shout out to Ryan who started this from the jump. He was the only writer.
Sir.
Put it on his
Hey,
back.
Yes, sir.
Hey.
Yeah, shout out to all the writers who contribute, man. Fritz too. Shout out to Fritz, man.
What's up?
And yeah, that's about it. Ryan, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Sir G is chilling.
Sir G is chilling.
Chill.
That is SIR. G is CHILLIN. And you can find me on Twitter too at Sir_G is best. You know, I got a couple follows lately because I actually started tweeting again on Twitter. So that's what's up.
I didn't
That's
know
what's
you had a
up.
Twitter. Hold on, let me
Welcome.
follow you on the show. Hold on, go ahead.
I'm only telling you for 3 years, but it's fine. You got here.
Word,
But I do follow,
finally.
yeah, I follow. Yeah, we good. We all right.
All right. Dope show, guys. That is our show. We outta
Yes,
here.
sir. Peace.
New York, big city of dreams.
I'm coming straight out.
New York, big city of dreams.
NYC.